All right, so two things. Check it out. So here you got Trae Young coming up. We all know Trae Young. He's a smaller player, right? He's like 6'1", 6 feet, something like that. And my guy right here, 7'2", great blocker, rim protector, interior defender, all that, right? Now watch how what's going to happen right here. When I go to block the shot, they're going to allow me to jump at it. Now he's going to make this layup too, but they're going to allow me to jump at it as if I'm about to try to block it. All right, and here's the role playing. Right, this is the scripted element, the role play element, like you're acting, like you're pretending. So they make you pretend as if you're going up to block the shot, but the algorithm has it embedded and programmed into it to, allow you to go after a shot to block it, but don't just allow you to block everything just because your timing was perfect and just because you have a great blocker and all like that. They're not going to allow you to just block shots because you're there to block it and everything, you're doing everything right. It don't work like that. They control at the rate in which you can do things in this game. Regardless of how well you're playing, they're controlling it. So he comes in, I jump for the block, and this should be a block, right? But notice what happens. See, I'm forced to not block it. I'm forced to miss the block, even though that should have just been an easy block. He's coming right at me. I'm standing right in front of him. It's Trae Young. I have a far greater defender than most defenders are and a great blocker, right? A far larger player on top of that, and he's coming right in with just a regular, little layup. There ain't really no finesse on it or anything like that. And I'm not allowed to block it because when I jump at it, notice how I'm forced to kind of take this lean to the right. I'm forced to basically open it up for him, right? If you look at how I jump and I go off to the right, I maneuver around. See, this is deliberate. This is how the algorithm works. I maneuver around it and pretend like I'm going to block it, but there's no block, even though he could have blocked with his left hand, right? Even though, if you even pay attention to my feet, right before he came up, you could even see the moment in which I was forced to glide a little bit out of the way for him. So watch it. Do you see that? Look at that. It's the subtle thing. So I'm forced to glide, just take a little slide right, get into the position on the right side of the rim, or on my right side, get into the right side, which is the left side of the court, left side of the paint, just slightly enough for him to get by. And then not only that, when I jump, I'm forced to jump at it with the right hand instead of the left. Not only that, I'm forced to maneuver around and go sideways and allow him the easy access to the rim, right? And so what happens? He scores. All right? That is how 2K works. It's a scripted game. All right. The fun factor comes in with the level of free will that you do have. All right. The ability to cross a nigga up, drive to the lane, do your thing. You have the ability to do what you want to do, but there's a heavy element of restriction and control over the outcome of these different scenarios. Like what I just showed you. All right, that should have just been clear as day. See, you don't notice this just going through the motions of playing, setting up defense, guarding, watching everything. You don't really, something like this is just insignificant. It seems insignificant. All right, but then you zoom in, you slow it down, and you can see how the algorithm is moving and moving all the pieces around in a very subtle way to where things need to be in order for a particular outcome to arrive. You get what I'm trying to say? Right? Look at it. How much sense does it make that you got a guy coming right at you that's this small going for a regular layup, right? And understand, he went for this layup on the right side because that was in the script. it does not make sense for him to go for a layup like that with a large defender down there that could block it, right? But he went for the layup that was, you know, predetermined by the algorithm because the outcome was predetermined. The way I was going to be allowed to hold defense was predetermined, right? So that's why you go for a layup attempt that seemingly does not make any sense, but you go for it because there's a narrative already ahead for you. There's already something in play for you to, you know, to just breeze through like that, right? Anyway, peace.